Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you and warm welcome to the webinar. Thanks for joining us today and hope everyone is safe and healthy. This is Shamjit from the solution team at DigiHut Automation Systems and the host for today's session. So before we get into the webinar, let me just introduce what DigiHut does and who we are. And we are a leading Zoho authorized consulting partner in India, and we have a team of the best Zoho certified consultants who have got strong experience and expertise in handling multiple projects from startup to enterprises across verticals. So, being a valued partner of Zoho, we do take care of the end-to-end activities right from the consulting till the support and maintenance. So our solutions spread across sales, marketing, finance, HR, email, customer service, and a lot more. So as I just said in the beginning, it starts from the consulting, then we have a team of who have strong experience in the implementation side, and we have the software developers who have done multiple projects, and we do take care of the training to the software solutions, and we have a team of best team for the integration, and all uh, we do take care of the support and maintenance throughout the period that we are getting to the project. So so today we'll be discussing more on Zoho Desk and what exactly it does and how you can transform your customer service journey with Zoho Desk. So if you have signed up for the Zoho Desk, the trial version, or if you are someone who is thinking whether Zoho Desk would be the right option for you, then this webinar is for you. So without much delay, we can get started. So before we get started to the seminar or the webinar, I just want to make sure that a few things are listed here. So you can have the question box to ask your questions, and I will be addressing the concerns then and there. And we will be sending you the recording of the webinar within 1 to 2 working days. And for the demo purpose, we are using the Zoho Desk Enterprise Edition. And as you might be knowing, there are other editions also from Zoho Desk. And please do participate in the polls if anything is there. And post the seminar, feel free to reach out to us at business@digihut.info if any clarification or help is needed from our side. So without much delay, we can directly get into the agenda of the session. So hope everyone is able to see my screen and follow my instructions and audio. So I'm just going to the agenda of the session. So we'll be covering a bird eye of view of these particular things as listed here, and we'll be covering how exactly you can use the Zoho service, Zoho Desk for your customer service. So this will be an overview session of these listed points, and if you want further clarification, we'll be discussing these things in the upcoming webinar. So the first thing would be discussing what is Zoho Desk and how exactly you can use your customer service journey implemented with Zoho Desk. And then we will be having a session on the ticket management, how a ticket can be managed and from which are the sources you can manage your tickets in Zoho Desk, and what is the ticket volume and what is the things that you can do on the particular tickets. Then we'll be having the agents and team productivity modules. Then we'll be talking about the customization on Zoho Desk, how extensively you can do the customization based on your business requirements and the business scenarios. And then we'll be having a session on automations in Zoho Desk, how automations will help you reduce your manual efforts and bring the best out of the Zoho Desk. And we'll be having a session on the self-service and AI features of Zoho Desk that really helps you manage your customer queries within no time. And then we'll be having a discussion on the reports and dashboards. Then finally, last but not the least, we will be talking about the extensibility of Zoho Desk, how extensible it is and how it can be integrated with the other favorite application from your organization. So as I said in the first agenda of the session, we will talk about what is Zoho Desk. So Zoho Desk is nothing but a context-aware. This is the first industry's context-aware customer service software, which helps you recognize the tickets from multiple channels and it helps you create the tickets, manage, assign, and resolve the customer queries within no time and on a timely basis. So if you have an organization and you have gathering multiple tickets from multiple sources, then all these tickets can be configured in under single platform, and these tickets can be managed there itself. So how exactly it helps manage your customer conversation and provide assistance to their queries. And yeah, definitely it improves the efficiency of the customer service efforts and helps you achieve more customer satisfaction and experience from their side. So as you can see here, these are the world's best brands, which is trusting Zoho Desk, and not surprised because they all love the Zoho Desk, the way it is operating and the way it offers the customer service, the flexibility and the usability of the software. That is one among the very beautiful features of Zoho Desk that makes the Zoho Desk different from other competitors in the market. So without much delay, how we can get into the Zoho Desk part and how exactly it can be used. So before we talking about the customer service, it can be used for the internal service as well. So actually, it can be used in the two ways. It can be used for the customer service. It can be used for the internal service as well. For the customer service, if you're talking about that, it could be used for the pre-sale technical assistance. So before the customer onboards, we'll be having a number of sessions with the customer during the pre-sales call, the technical rounds. There might be multiple scenarios where we'll be having a continuous conversation with the customer. So without having back and forth emails to the customer, what we can do, we can use the hot desk, and it helps you manage your complete cycle of pre-sale technical pre-sale technical activities in the organization. And we'll be having it can be used for the post-sale service also. That is quite the general one. The after-sale support also we can use the hot desk, and definitely it can be used in an outsourced support or contact center as well. And it can be used as an internal service where it will be suited for the internal communication within an organization. So suppose if we have a HR help desk platform on Zoho Desk, what will be having, you will be having multiple queries with us related to the onboarding process, the other things with the HR team. So all these back and forth emails can be avoided, and Zoho Desk will be the best suit for the HR help desk platform. And as you know, it can be used for the payroll assistance as well. And if you have the travel desk or the front desk housekeeping team, there also Zoho Desk can be used. So before we get into the first agenda of the session, that is the ticket management, hope everyone is able to follow the pace of the webinar, and you are able to understand what we have been discussing so far. So I'll be just putting a poll here. Please do participate here. So please do participate with your yes or no answer so that I make sure that everyone is able to follow, and good to go to the next session. So yeah, I have 14 people voted for that. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so we are back to this agenda of the session, that is the ticket management. So how exactly Software does stand out from the other competitors in the market, and how well it can be used in your business context and helps you achieve your customer service journey. So as I said rightly in the beginning, it is an omni-channel platform where you can gather tickets from multiple channels. So it could be a ticket raised from an email, it could be a ticket raised from your chat, or even from the telephony services. If you have a cloud telephony services or a mobile number which you are getting outbound and inbound calls, that also can be tracked on Soho Desk. And then we have the integration with social media. Then we have with website, and very recently, I would like to mention we have launched a new integration with WhatsApp Business and other platforms like Line, Telegram, and Facebook Messenger. Since this is in the beta phase manner, it will be out. It will be out soon for the public, and maybe in the coming month it will be out for the public as well. So we have a list of channels where you can gather tickets from. So what I want to do is I'm just getting to the Soho Desk page and just want to show you how exactly you can manage these things. So this is the new revamped or redesigned version of Zoho Desk, which is very recently introduced by the Zoho team. And as you can see here, there are multiple modules where you can filter out the data, where you can see the data related to your tickets, and all the tickets can be seen. So one by one, we'll be talking about all these things in a while. So before that, let me just explain about the multi-channel approach of Zoho Desk and how exactly you can use it. So as I said in this, so it starts from the email platform, where if you have a support mail ID, whoever is sending a query to that particular mail ID will be forwarded to Zoho Desk, and that information or the conversation will be converted as a ticket in Zoho Desk. So that is the first thing, that you can have an email integrator within your Zoho Desk. And you can have even the DKIM authentication to ensure the deliverability of the emails. And you can have other configurations as well in this particular email configuration. You can create contacts for the reply to email address. You can show the agent name in the replies sent to the customers. So you can have multiple options come along with this particular email configuration. So as I said, there you will be having a support mail ID. So this support mail ID you will be putting on a forward email option in your email client, and those communications will be forwarded to the Zoho Desk, and then you will be having the option to gather all the tickets in Zoho Desk. Then we have the help center, which is another channel actually helps you get the tickets from. So we will be talking about this help center in very detail in a while. Before we wrap up the session, I will be having a session on this help center, and I'll be talking about that. So please keep it aside for the moment. And then we'll be having the chat option, where you can embed on a particular chat on your website, and those who are visiting your website will be able to chat with your live agents, and they'll be having access to that. I'm just showing you the example. So if you go to the DigiHead website, and if you are on that particular window, you can see a chat option here in this particular window. So where you can directly chat with your live agents, and these agents will be having the access to that chat, and they can take the customer queries, and they can go ahead and conclude the customer queries from the website itself. So you just need to go to the chat option, and there you'll be having the script. You just need to copy that and put it on your website. That's it. So that is what the chat option gives you, an one-way communication, a two-way communication, where you can directly talk to your customers from the website. Not just from the website, you can put it on your blog as well. And you have a community where the customers of the Zoho Desk or the product of your organization, they can interact with each other, and they can get their questions answered. I have created some categories here. I just for the under each category, we can create multiple things, and they can chat with the other users in the community. And then we have the social channel. As I just mentioned here, you can directly integrate to your social media accounts, and you can gather information from there. So what happens there, you can have a direct integration with your Facebook account. Then you can have a direct integration with your Twitter, and then the Instagram business account. So where you can directly see the messages, the conversations, if you have been mentioned somewhere, or if you are got any kind of direct messages on social media, you can just push those conversations as a ticket in Zoho Desk, and that ticket information will be captured with the every details from the social media. So if I go to the Facebook page, I have a response from this particular person, and I just need to go to here, convert into ticket. That's it. And the same applies to the Twitter as well. If you have somebody has messaged me on the Twitter, I just need to click on this, and I will be happy to interact with them using the ticket conversion option. And I can directly integrate my Instagram business account as well. And then we have the telephone integration. Over 80 plus telephonic providers are supported with Zoho Desk, where you can directly plug in using the extension from Zoho Marketplace, which is a marketplace from Zoho, where you can directly integrate with your telephony services and get the calls converted into a ticket. So within the Zoho Desk, you can, it's a single click dialing where you can make inbound, outbound calls, and you can even receive the calls. And soon after each call is happened, there will be a complete log of the ticket, the call, and the ticket, the recording of the call will be in the Zoho Desk. So it gives a complete overview of the telephone integration within Zoho Desk. And then we have the integration with web forms. You can create your advanced web forms. So I just created a web form here in the name of contact, and I can just click on this, and I can embed it on my website, so that whoever is just visiting my website, this information will be captured, and through that I can even assign agents to this particular web form. So these web forms will be capturing as tickets in Zoho Desk. Then we'll be having another feature called SAP, that also I will be discussing in a while. And then we have the instant messaging, so where we can directly integrate with the Telegram. The Telegram, WeChat, Line are readily available for the integration. Then WhatsApp and Messenger, FB Messenger is on the way. So there also you can directly integrate with your favorite accounts, and you will be able to chat with your customers on any of these instant messaging applications. So this is what regarding the Zoho Desk. And what you'll be having here, you can create multiple departments under the general option, where you can create multiple departments associated with your organization, and under each department you can even assign the agents. So this is what the other peculiarity of Zoho Desk, where you can create custom departments, and under each department you can create a custom agents, and you can assign agents for each and every department in Zoho Desk. And you can bring all your departments together, as you can just see in this particular screen. You can see you can have managed all these departments together in Zoho Desk. And then we have the agent collaboration and team productivity on Zoho Desk. So I'll be talking about that. So for that, actually, Zoho Desk offers an immense view of the tickets that you're receiving from multiple channels and multiple sources. So how exactly you can manage the tickets, how user-friendly it is, or how flexible it is for a common user to manage these things. So as I said in the beginning, this is the new redesigned view. You can call it as Zoho Desk 2.0 redesigned UI for this particular tickets module. So as you can see here, these are the tickets that you can see in this all tickets. It's not just that, you can have multiple views. There are already a number of views which you can see, which is listed here. So based on this filter, you can have all these tickets filtered. So you can, if you click on the all tickets, you can see every ticket which you have received so far in the Zoho Desk. And you can see the closed tickets, and then you can hold tickets, open tickets, overdue tickets. There are multiple things associated with that particular views. And this is the one I was just talking about. You can have two different views. You can have a classic view. This is just the classic view. Then you can have the compact view, which is where you can have where you can see a more number of tickets in the screen. And you can have 4 different work modes, which actually helps you manage and actually helps you manage the tickets from multiple channels. So the whole day, one customer service representative will be spending the whole day in the particular tool. So he wants to know which are the tickets which I should give more priority, or which are the tickets which are escalated from without the due time. So there are multiple things associated with the agent. So he wants to know which is the one I should give more importance. So for that, they can have four different modes. The first one is the status mode, where they can see how many are in open, how many are in hold, how many are escalated, how many are of them in the other statuses. So with that, they can see all the tickets in this particular mode. And if they are going to the handshake mode, they can see the relationship with the customer. So obviously the Zoho Desk should be integrated with the CRM. So if you have integrated with any CRM, just like Soho or any other CRM in the market, you can associate the leads or contacts with an existing account, so that you can filter the tickets based on the relationship with the customer. So it could be a contact or lead, or it could be an existing customer, or it could be a potential one, or it could be a new customer or new person who has raised the ticket. So based on the relationship with the customer, you can have different modes in the handshake mode. And the countdown mode actually gives you an overview of the tickets based on the SLAs configured, basically the due time of the tickets. So you can see the overdue tickets, then the no due ticket, then dues which are in 1 hour, dues in the 6 hours, all those things you can see in the countdown mode. Last, we have the priority mode, which actually filters the ticket based on the priority of the particular tickets. So it separates the tickets with the high priority, then the other priority, medium, low priority as well. So this way, actually, you can manage the tickets, and you can see how exactly how should he start a day. So this is what the peculiarity of Zoho does, which actually gives you four different work modes to filter your tickets. And if I just want to open a particular ticket, just click on one ticket. I want to show you how exactly the things happening inside a particular ticket. So this is the ticket window that you would be see right after you open it. So you can see the communication here. Mobile heating is the issue raised by this particular person. If I just want to give a response, I can see a reply to all option, and I want to just say email to this person. Hi, we are working on it. So I'm just sending to this person. So my response has been recorded there. And the left side, I can see who is the ticket owner, whether this person is in this particular, so from which it is generated. So you can see here, this is generated from the portal. So that is what the self-service help center refers. And then I can see the ticket owner, what is the ticket status, and the close time, then the skills, priority, the channel, the language, any other classification. So there are multiple things associated with the ticket here. So if there could be chances where the tickets can be collided with other agents. Suppose a person who named Albert, who is working on a particular ticket, and the other person is also seeing the ticket and is opening the ticket. So there is a feature called in Zoho Desk, which actually gives you an option not to avoid this collision between the agents. So once they are both of them open the ticket, they can see somebody is working on the ticket. That means he shouldn't work on the same ticket. He can focus on the other tickets that actually matter. So there is an option in the agents collision, which actually reduces the duplicacy of ticket agents. So that is what the other feature that Zoho Desk offers. And as you can see here on the window on the screen, there is a complete context within a text. Within the ticket, you can see the ticket details on the left side, then the CRM details. And if you have opened any ticket, and if you want to give any response to this person, you can see some suggested articles, or you can see some auto-populated articles. If you have something on your knowledge base, that also will be shown in here. And if you want to add any kind of snippet or a short note, that also you can do here. And every time I don't want to give a response to the same person or a different person with the same content. So what I can do here, I can create a template here, and I can put it on the templates folder, so that I just need to choose from any of these things and it will be there. I don't want to do it every time for replying to my customers. So that is another feature, which is a template where you can have within the ticket context. And you can go for the time entry where you can track the time that you have spent on the ticket. It could be done manually or it could be done automatically. If you don't want to do it manually, you can turn off this feature, and then this time entry will be done automatically, so that the admin or the business person will be knowing how much time they are taking to resolve a particular ticket and how much time they are taking to respond to a particular ticket. So there are multiple things associated with the time entry, and it's another feature from Zoho Desk. And you can have the attachment associated with the ticket. All these attachments you can do it here. And then we can have activity. Suppose you have received a ticket from the customer and you want to add an upcoming activity, a follow-up task with the person, or any meeting with the person, or any task. So all these called task events can be added here as an activity. And you can approve it. Say, for example, you have received a ticket, but you are not authorized to approve this, give a response to this person without a prior approval from the manager. So he just need to click on the submit for approval. Then the immediate manager will be notified with an approval message, and he will be doing that. So without the approval, the message should not be sent to the customer. So this is what the agent's productivity means. And we are going to you can have ticket comments on the Zoho Desk, where internally you can have discussions based on the tickets, and they can see all these things in the comment section. And you can have light agent. So what exactly light agent refers to? So say, for example, you have a team where you have added all the customer service executives of agents, and if another person from the managing marketing team or the consulting or engineering team, that they want to get into such scenarios where they can give a expert opinion or a guidance for the customer query. So these people can be added as a light agent, and they will be having an option to see and comment on tickets. So this is another option which is available from Zoho Desk. And then we are talking about the customization, how extensively you can customize the Zoho Desk. So as I said, every organization will be having different goals, and will be having different kind of business operations and things. So based on that, actually we can have multiple things associated with that. So how extensively you can do the customization? It starts from the ticket statuses, where you can change the status of the ticket. It could be open, it could be hold, it could be closed one, or any other thing. If you want to add your own status, you just need to click on the add status, and that status will be recorded. And for each and every layout, you can change the. So these are module and department specific. If you want to change the module of the layout of the tickets in the DigiHut Automation Systems department, you can choose that. So, or else if you want to change the tickets module in Zoho Demo department, you just need to click on this, and you can see all these tickets. So what you can do here, you just need to drag and drop here somewhere, and you can rename this and you can add this. So it's that simple. So this is the way you can customize your entire modules and department. And you can go for the time tracking. As I said, it could be manual or it could be automatic as well. And if you go to the modules here, you can organize the tickets, organize the modules, how exactly you want to see on the dashboard. So if I just want to see the customers before the knowledge base, you can see here, it's just after the tickets, now the customers appearing. So if you want to rename the modules, so as I said in the beginning, the customers, each organization will be having different business requirements and the custom modules. So based on their businesses and their organization procedures, they can rename the module names here. So you can change the time entry. If you don't want to name your customer queries as tickets, you just need to click on this and you can rename that. So it's that simple. And if you want to edit or customize the email templates, you can see it here under each headings, and you just need to click on that, and you can just place this folder, insert placeholder is there, and you can just use these place orders, and you can customize the entire context of the template. So this is where you can customize your email template, and the ticket templates also can be customized. And the general settings, we have these things along with this particular customization. So then we have the personal settings, the my information, the preferences also can be changed. So then we are talking about the automation features, how exactly you can use the automation features in Zoho Desk, and how you can reduce your manual efforts and intervention in each and every stage of your customer service journey. So before we get into that, I hope everyone is able to follow the pace of the webinar, and you are able to follow my instructions, the things that we have been discussing. So I hope it's clear to for you to go to the next session of the webinar. So we are just moving to the automation features, how exactly the automation features help you achieve your customer service goals. So you have the customer automation in the Zoho Desk, where it starts from the assignment rules. You can assign the tickets in the two ways actually. It could be a direct assignment, or it could be a round robin with load balancing. So what is exactly the difference between direct and the round robin? So direct assignments, so I have configured direct assignment here, social media. So I have done it in a way that when the channel is Facebook or Twitter, it should be assigned to one particular person. So whichever the tickets that are coming from these Facebook and Twitter will be assigned to this person. Irrespective of the other things, it will be automatically assigned to this person. So every time I don't want to assign the tickets to these people, because it's been configured already with the direct assignment. And what makes round robin special from the direct assignment? So I have say for example, I have a ticket which contains rule name assigned Zoho Desk issue. So when it is the criteria is the product name is Zoho Desk from the products module, and when somebody has submitted the criteria that they are having an issue with the Zoho Desk product, then this ticket will be assigned to A, B, C, three different people, so that these three people will be having the equal number of tickets with the load balancing. Suppose if you have 10 tickets, if you have 30 tickets from this Zoho Desk product, then the 30 tickets will be split into three different people with 10 each. And if they don't have enough number of tickets with the load balancing feature, it always ensures that each one of them is having equal number of tickets. So that is what you can do with the assignment rules. Then you can have notification rules and the feed preferences for each and every activity. If you want to make them an alert for the receiving a ticket, you can do that for the contact notifications. So just like that, you can have multiple alerts set in this notify menu in the automation. So this is one example. So you have different things associated with that. You can have agent notifications, you can turn on, turn off these things, and you can have department notification, team notifications, everything. Almost everything you can have within this notify. Then we can have the workflow rules. So workflow rules are something like, say for example, I have received a ticket from the outside of my business hours. So that means if somebody is reaching out to me outside the business hours, I want to send out an email to these people saying that we are not serving at this moment. Please try to reach out to us maybe after 2 days. So I have just configured a workflow saying that send messages to these business hours, and I have execution time is outside business hours, and from the normal business hours, and I have send an action saying that send in email outside business hours. So this way you can configure multiple workflows. This is just one example. Just like this, you can have your multiple workflows configured on Zoho Desk, and that will be reflected in your automation journey. And you can have skills associated with any of your agents. So suppose if you have 3 different agents, and each one of them would be good at different products or different services. So based on the skill set that they are having, you can associate a skill with a person. So I have just a product based on the product type. I have Zoho Desk Expert, so I have assigned this particular person to this particular product. So based on the skills, I can create one. And Blueprint is something like a process management tool where it helps you configure the entire process orchestration of your customer service journey. So suppose if they are going to the Blueprint option without completing any of these things, they will not be able to complete the particular task. So when the ticket is in the open stage, then I have to categorize the tickets, then waiting for the developers to for an action, then an approval process, then automatically the ticket will be closed. Or if it is in the hold status, I'm waiting for the TL's response, then it is escalated. So something like that. So you can create a complex blueprint so that you are ensuring that everyone in the customer service team is following a process where you can where you are standardizing your processes in the business. So that is what you can have the macros here. You can create SLAs where you can create the escalation metrics. So there are 4 different SLAs which are already configured in Zoho. Based on that, you can create your own custom SLAs as well. So if suppose if one ticket is not resolved within particular an hour, which will be automatically escalated to the next senior manager. So something like that, you can create your own SLAs. You can create multi-level SLAs also in Zoho Desk. So you can have supervise options where you can suppose if a ticket is received in the Zoho Desk, and I'm just created a supervise option here where I have created a rule saying that it should be auto closed within 6 hours. If somebody has responded or not responded, I just set a supervise option here saying that it should be auto closed within 6 hours. So something like that. So based on your preferences, you can create these things. And you can have schedules also here in these things where you can create the schedules actions on the using the different functions or a particular time or a recurring basis. So these are the different automation features that allow you to manage the customer queries without a manual repetitive action. So I hope this is very clear to you, and we are just moving to the next session, that is, as you can see here, agent intervention at each step, definitely no, only when it matters. So what exactly it means? So suppose nowadays what happens usually, if you have a product purchased from any of the company, so what happens that whenever you have any query or whenever you have any a concern regarding an issue, something, uh, irrespective of reaching out to a customer service through an email or phone, what we all do usually, we will be just Googling it. So it's just that without reaching out to the salesperson or the customer service person every time, you can find answers yourself. So that always make the customers happy, right? So what you can do there, without reaching out to the customers every time, they can find the answers themselves, and they can even raise the tickets from the self-service portal. So this is what I was just referring to. If you go to the channels, you can have help center, which actually gives you an option to have things managed by yourselves. So I'm just showing you how exactly the Zoho Help Center looks like. So this is the Zoho Desk Help Center, where you can customize the entire look and feel based on your website design and the color. So you don't need to have coding experience. It's just the HTML with the CSS. You can customize the entire look and feel. So it is allowing an option for the customers to log into their account and they can raise the tickets. I'm just logging with my credentials here. I have logged in now. So what I can do here, what are the things that I can have it on this particular help center? I can see, if you go to my area, I can see the ticket statuses here. how many tickets I have raised, how many are on hold, how many are closed. And if I go to the home, I can see the knowledge base. Knowledge base is something like where you can publish multiple articles, and you can create the FAQs, the guides, user guides or something. You can create and publish it on the knowledge base. And you just need to click on this search article and it will be there. And you can have this community. And if you go to the tickets, where you can raise the tickets right within this help center, you can choose the department in which to which you want to raise the ticket. So if I just want to submit a ticket to this particular department, I'm just giving us a subject name, Zoho Desk, Zoho Desk support. Workflow is not working. This is my issue. I can choose the product name. I'm just leaving this for the moment. I'm choosing the priority and I'm submitting it. So as soon as I hit the submit button, it is reflected in this particular window, and you can see it on this tickets module. So a ticket will be created in this. So the support is created here. So it's that simple. You can give an access to your customers using this particular help center, and they will be happy to do that because they don't want to reach out to the customer service team every time. So by finding answers by themselves, they can do the things from their comfort zone. So this is what the help center portal gives you an option, and this can be embedded within your mobile application or web app. That is what the ASAP. So if you have, so every time you don't have to put it in your website. So what you can do here, you can just embed these things on your website so that they will be having an option to go through the different articles and submit. So if you have a mobile application, be it Android or iOS, you can put this ASAP option on your mobile application, and right within your mobile application, they can do this entire customer service things. So I'm just showing you with a web application here. So I have just configured on my website here. So as you can see here, right side, there is a ASAP window. If I click on this, the look and feel of this window is to this thing. I can go to the home, I can go to the knowledge base. If I want to create any ticket, I can go to the add ticket option. I can see this. So this is another feature which is introduced by Zoho, where you can manage the things with the self-service features. So that is for the self-service knowledge base, and you can even configure the Zoho Desk Help Center features with the SEO things. So if somebody is searching for something, you can put the keyword here, and they will be reaching out to that particular knowledge base without going back to your website or finding to the different articles. So if you can configure your SEOs here with the title and the meta description, the keywords, then they will be able to access your tickets, access your articles and other things. So I hope this is clear, the self-service portal and the things. And then we have the reports and dashboards in the agenda. That is what you will be having here in this particular window. If you go to the reports, you can see an extensive report module where you can find multiple reports based on multiple statuses. So these are the, you can have your own dashboards, and you just need to go to this reports option. You can add your own component, and you can have a different the way in which you want to see the data. You can create your custom board, and that will be added here in this particular window. And we have something called as headquarters. This is for the admin, where they can see the traffic of the tickets and how the quality of the responses that they're giving to the customers. Everything can be tracked in this particular headquarters. So if you go to you can see the hourly bandwidth, how many are of the incoming tickets, how many outgoing messages, and the live traffic within the 1 hour, the customer happiness rating, unassigned tickets, how many agents are online, how many agents are offline, which are the most threaded tickets, negative ratings received from the customers. So everything they can see. If you want to see only for a particular agent, you can filter it out also in this particular menu. And if you go to the reports here, you can see if you go to the reports here, you can see you can have multiple reports also. You can have global dashboards. You can have reports in the reports section itself. If you go to the global reports, you can have tickets by departments, then tickets by web form reports you can have. If you, apart from all these things, if you want to have your own custom reports, just click on the add global report and you can have your own reports customized for any of these modules. It's that simple. So this is what the reporting and dashboard option that allows or gives an overview of the progresses and the quality of the responses that is being sent to the customers. So uh, this is I hope this is clear to you. Hope all of you could understand what is about the reporting and dashboards, all the things. And then we have the last option. We have the last point in this particular menu or agenda, that is what the extensibility feature. So I was just discussing about the reports and dashboards. So they can see the incoming and outgoing ticket trends, number of unassigned tickets now, the list of online and offline agents, and the list of longest ticket conversation, recently service quality feedback from the customers. So every time. So immediately they can see all these actionable insights on their dashboard. So this is what another feature that Zoho Desk offers. Then lastly, we can talk about the extensibility part of Zoho Desk and how extensible it is with your other favorite applications. So that is what we'll be discussing in this particular agenda. So as I said, we have something called a Zoho Marketplace in uh, Zoho Desk, which allows you to download and extend your application using any of these extensions. So if you are running any business, you will be having integrations and you might be using different kind of applications, right? So all your favorite applications, almost all of your applications can be directly integrated with Zoho Desk, and you can see all these extensions here. So under different departments, in the sales and marketing, in the finance, the collaboration, IT and administration, project management, analytics and reports, e-commerce, self-service, why what not. So everything you can see within this marketplace, and you can even filter out the marketplace based on the Microsoft or Zoho, whatever it is. So this is another peculiarity of Zoho Desk, which is almost supported with a good number of extensions which are readily available in marketplace. You just need to click on this particular extension and you can just click on this install button and it will be installed immediately. So this is what an extensible features that is offered from Zoho. So I think we have come to the end of the session. If you have any questions or if want to explain anything, please put it on your question box and I'll be happy to address that. And as I said in the beginning itself, a recording of the webinar will be sent to your email address with the relevant documents soon. And feel free to reach out to me if you have any queries, or please drop a mail at business@digihut.info. We will be happy to connect and take this discussion forward. So this is the time for the question and answer session now. So please drop your questions if anything is there.